midnight on May the 9th, 1991 at Manchester Airport. The final checks are being made for Naviedes' record-breaking trip around the world in 80 hours.
Yeah, what I would suggest we do is, we'll telex the guy that's getting on in Bahrain, make sure he's got, when he gets on.
It had taken just 3 short months of meticulous planning by Naviedes and his extensive support team to put the Cessna Citation on course for Malta on the first leg of its epic journey. Over 5,000 organisations responded and helped to get the project off the ground at 14 minutes past 1 in the morning of May the 10th. But only once the flight was underway would it become clear that the planning had worked. First stop at Malta was on schedule, and then on to Egypt and Luxor Airport, 8 flying hours into the marathon.
Here at Luxor, they've tried their best to get all my fuel organised, all the immigration has been sorted out, and I'm hoping to leave here in exactly 3 minutes.
A quick turnaround at each stop was vital. Naviedes had allowed an hour for fuelling at the 18 stages. The seats had been stripped from the little jet to keep weight to a bare minimum. 2 stages down, there was still a long way to go before the potentially hazardous Pacific. At Bahrain, Naviedes was an hour ahead of schedule, but delays on the ground in Karachi and Calcutta cost 2.5 hours, rerouting between Bangkok and Manila to avoid severe storms, and flying over Laos cost a more critical 1.5 hours of flying time. Then one small outpost before the real loneliness of the Pacific Ocean. Manila, another welcome, another chance to take stock of progress after some 32 hours in the air.
I intend to make up the loss now, hopefully across the Pacific, but especially across the States, where obviously turnaround is very important to me. And hopefully now, having looked at the Pacific weather chart, I've got a little bit of a help as I go deeper into the Pacific.
Midway to Adak and on to Anchorage, and a warm welcome in a cold place. With the attraction of in-flight meals of cold baked beans and fresh fruit wearing off after such a long time in the air, how was Captain Naviedes holding up under the strain?
It's like anything else, it's so easy to give up. Yeah, but I believe in what I'm doing, and I'm determined to get to the end. I think the best moment so far in the flight, really, of getting the subcontinents behind us, seeing the Pacific Islands in their glory. I mean, they're beautiful. We were lucky to actually land with them during the day. We've lost a little bit of time really in Karachi and Calcutta, put us behind, and that's the reason was the delay at Wake Island, because they had a missile demonstration or a missile target practice. So obviously all aircraft had to be grounded while they had this target practice.
Naviedes flew under the strict rules and regulations of the Civil Aviation Authority. On every stage there was a safety pilot. As the flight headed south through Seattle to Las Vegas, Naviedes was establishing his part in aviation history. 22 world records are claimed on this unique flight. A 15-minute turnaround at Las Vegas clawed back more time against the clock. Around the world in 80 hours was the challenge of the 90s. For the man used to working a 12-hour day and a 6-day week, it was not a problem. Modest, unassuming, it was almost a personal challenge, a remarkable feat. From Wichita on to Toronto and then to Goose Bay, 2 stops from home and less than 80 hours flying time virtually assured. Then to Keflavik and finally on to Manchester. As the lights in the distance signalled Naviedes' final approach to Manchester, his 2 young daughters and his father were anxiously awaiting his arrival. As friends gathered to welcome Naviedes, the adding up could begin, the careful logging of flight hours to ensure places in the record books. Manchester Airport at 18 minutes past 2 on Monday, May the 13th, 1991. 65 flying hours after taking off, 85 hours in total. A successful flight and a successful fundraising venture seems set to put Naviedes firmly in the record books. And if he had the time within his busy work schedule, would he do it again?
If for a worthy cause, yes.